Have you ever asked yourself, why do I keep stumbling? Why do I try so hard yet still not achieve what I want? And has there ever been a moment when you sat alone in the darkness, looking back at yourself and suddenly wanted to give up everything? If you have ever gone through such moments, congratulations, because that is the very beginning of resilience. Resilience is not born in days of peace. It is born in the dust of failure, in the tears of despair, and in a heart that still beats even when it feels shattered. Everyone wants happiness, wants ease, wants a smooth life. But it is precisely when life tests us with hardships, with adversity, with pains no one wishes to face. That is when resilience is planted. Remember this? Resilience is not something you find, it is something you forge. Every time you fall and rise again, you forge another layer of armor. Every time you make mistakes but refuse to quit, you sharpen the sword of your will. And one day, when you look back, you will realize it was those painful moments that shaped you into someone stronger, steadier, and more resilient than ever before. Some people say, I'm not strong enough. I wasn't born to overcome such harsh challenges. But stop and ask yourself, what does it mean to be strong? Being strong doesn't mean you never fall. Being strong means that when you fall, you can still stand up. Being strong means that when the world turns its back, you still believe in yourself. Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. See? A man can fail thousands of times, but through persistence and resilience, he created the light bulb, something that changed the entire world. If Edison had given up after the first failure, the 10th, or even the 1000th, would humanity ever have had the light we enjoy today? Resilience, not talent, is what leads you to success. Albert Einstein once said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That 99% is resilience, perseverance, and the determination not to quit even when the world believes you will fail. So where does resilience begin? It begins with the smallest of choices. From deciding to get up early even when your body wants to stay in bed for hours more. From choosing to focus on work instead of letting yourself drown in phones and social media. From staying committed to your goals even when the path ahead is full of thorns. Resilience is not a sudden blaze. It is like a torch, lit by small sparks, then burning brightly because you choose to protect and nurture it each day. Remember, no one is born with extraordinary resilience. It all starts from small, repeated choices each day. You may blame yourself for not being good enough, not being strong enough, but don't forget, you've already survived countless storms in life, and yet here you are, still breathing, still dreaming, still strong enough to hear these words. What does that mean? It means you are far stronger than you think. Tell yourself, I am not weak. I am training. I am not failing. I am learning. And most importantly, I am extremely resilient. When you dare to say that, not to prove it to others, but to carve it into your own heart, you will realize that resilience has always been within you. It is simply waiting for you to awaken it. Resilience is the source of every victory. A person may lose money, fame, and status, but if they still have resilience, they can rebuild everything. On the other hand, a person may have everything, but if they lose resilience, they lose it all. So resilience is not just a virtue, it is a treasure. And that treasure lies within your heart. The only question is, do you have the courage to uncover it? Today you may feel tired, discouraged, ready to quit. But remember, the very moment you want to give up is the most important moment for resilience to appear. Take one more step, hold on for one more day, believe one more time. Because resilience is never born in ease. It is born only in adversity. And it is adversity that helps you discover, I am extremely resilient. Resilience is not about luck. Resilience is a choice. You cannot control the storm outside, but you can control the fire within. You cannot decide how many obstacles life will place in front of you, but you can decide whether you will keep moving forward. And that is the power of resilience. Think of bamboo. When the wind blows, the bamboo bends, but it does not break. When the storm rages, the bamboo may sway wildly, but when the storm passes, it still stands, tall, rooted deeply in the earth. That is resilience. Not hardness, not stubbornness, but flexibility, patience, and the power to rise again. Resilience does not mean you are fearless. Resilience means you keep going even when fear is right beside you. Resilience does not mean you never fall. Resilience means you always rise again and again, no matter how many times you are knocked down. Life is never fair. Sometimes those who work the hardest face the harshest trials. Sometimes good people suffer while the unjust seem to prosper. But remember this: the race is not won by those who are the fastest, but by those who refuse to stop running. Every time you want to give up, ask yourself, if I quit now, will I regret it tomorrow? If I walk away now, will the pain of giving up be heavier than the pain of continuing? And most of the time, the answer is clear. Giving up never makes the pain disappear. It only replaces one kind of pain with another, the pain of regret. Resilience teaches you to embrace struggle, to understand that suffering is not the end, but the beginning. The seed must break to sprout. The butterfly must struggle to escape its cocoon, and you, to become stronger, must first face challenges that test every ounce of your spirit. History is filled with stories of resilient people. Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years in prison but never let hatred consume him. When he was finally free, he did not seek revenge. Instead, he chose forgiveness and built a nation. That is resilience. Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing at just 19 months old, but went on to graduate, to write, to inspire millions around the world. That is resilience. These people were not born extraordinary. They were ordinary souls who chose to keep moving forward when life gave them every reason to stop. And you, yes you can be the same. Because resilience is not reserved for heroes in history books. Resilience is for everyone who wakes up each morning and chooses to fight another day. Resilience is for every soul who decides, no matter what happens, I will not surrender. So whenever you stumble, whenever life knocks you down, do not ask, why me? Instead ask, what can I learn from this? Do not ask, why is this so hard? Instead ask, how can I grow stronger from this? Because every setback carries within it the seed of growth. Every fall carries within it the chance to rise higher. And every moment you think you cannot endure anymore is exactly the moment you are building the strength you will one day be proud of. Resilience is not just about surviving. Resilience is about transforming. Transforming pain into strength. Transforming tears into wisdom. Transforming failures into stepping stones for greatness. Never forget, diamonds are formed under pressure. Stars shine brightest in the darkest night. And resilience, your resilience will shine most beautifully when the world seems darkest. There will be days when you feel completely drained. Days when your body aches, your mind screams, and your heart whispers, stop, it's too much. And yet those are the very days that define who you are. Because resilience is not built on easy days. Resilience is forged in the fire of struggle. In the nights when you cry silently. In the mornings when you get up even though every part of you wants to stay down. Remember, every scar you carry is proof that you did not give up. Every wound that has healed is a reminder that pain is temporary, but strength is forever. When life pushes you to the edge, resilience is the voice that says, you can endure one more step, one more breath, one more moment. And when you take that one step, when you breathe that one breath, when you hold on for that one moment longer, you will realize you are stronger than you ever imagined. Do not think resilience means being alone. Sometimes resilience means having the courage to ask for help. Sometimes resilience means leaning on those who care for you, sharing the burden so you can stand again. Even the strongest trees grow in forests, side by side, their roots intertwined beneath the soil. So do not be ashamed to struggle. Do not be ashamed to fall. Do not be ashamed to say, "I am tired." Because admitting you are tired does not mean you are weak, it means you are human. And resilience is not about being unbreakable, it is about being unshakable. There is a difference. Unbreakable means never falling. Unshakable means rising no matter how many times you fall. That is what you are. Unshakable. Think of a mountain. Wind cannot move it. Storms cannot carry it away. Seasons change, years pass, and the mountain still stands. That is how you must be. Grounded, steady, resilient. And yet resilience is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It is about dancing in the rain. It is about walking through the storm with your head held high, knowing that the rain will end, the clouds will part, and the sun will shine again. Your story is not defined by your failures. Your story is defined by your comebacks. Every great life is filled with moments of despair. But the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who surrender is simple. The resilient choose to rise. So when you are tempted to quit, remember this. You are not just fighting for today. You are fighting for the person you are becoming. You are fighting for the future you will create. And every act of resilience today plants the seeds for tomorrow's victory. Never forget, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a warrior of your destiny. Say it with me. I am not weak. I am not broken. I am not finished. I am resilient. I am unshakable. I am unstoppable. I am extremely resilient. Resilience is not just a word. It is a way of living. Every morning you wake up, you are given a choice. Will you stay the same or will you rise above? Will you let yesterday's pain control you, or will you use it as fuel to move forward? The resilient do not wait for motivation to arrive. They create it. The resilient do not wait for the world to become easier. They grow stronger. Because resilience is built not in comfort, but in challenge. Not in victories, but in struggles. Not in the sunshine, but in the storm. When you train your body, your muscles grow by tearing and repairing. When you train your spirit, your soul grows by breaking and healing. That is resilience, the art of becoming stronger through every trial. Do not envy those who seem to have an easy life. Do not compare yourself to those who walk a smoother road. Because the truth is, the hardest roads lead to the most beautiful destinations. And when you finally reach that mountaintop, when you stand there breathless looking back at the path you have conquered, you will realize something powerful. It was not the victory at the top that made you who you are. It was the climb. It was every step, every fall, every time you refused to give up. That is the essence of resilience. Greatness does not come from never falling. Greatness comes from rising after every fall, stronger, wiser, and more determined. The world does not need people who never struggle. The world needs people who struggle, endure, and rise, because they inspire others to do the same. And you have that power. Every time you choose not to give up, you are not only changing your life, you are lighting a spark for others. You are showing them, if I can rise, so can you. Resilience spreads like fire. Your courage can ignite courage in others. Your strength can awaken strength in those who had forgotten theirs. Your endurance can inspire someone else to keep going one more day, one more step, one more breath. So never think your struggle is meaningless. Never think your fight is unnoticed. The very fact that you endure, that you keep moving forward is proof of your greatness. One day, you will look back on this chapter of your life and realize, Pui, it was the struggle that gave you strength, the pain that gave you wisdom, the storm that gave you resilience. So keep going. Do not quit. Do not surrender. Because resilience is not about reaching the end. It is about walking the path with courage, no matter how difficult it becomes. Say it again with conviction, with fire in your voice. I am resilient. I am unshakable. I am unstoppable. I am extremely resilient. Life will test you. It will break you down. It will push you to your limits. It will challenge everything you thought you knew about yourself. But remember this. Life is not trying to destroy you. Life is shaping you. Every storm is a lesson. Every trial is a teacher. Every setback is preparation for the strength you will need tomorrow. You were not born to live an easy life. You were born to rise, to conquer, to overcome. The fire inside you was not placed there by accident. It is there because you were meant to endure. You were meant to shine. So stop doubting yourself. Stop asking, why me? Instead ask, why not me? Why not me to carry this challenge? Why not me to prove that I am stronger than my pain? Why not me to inspire others with my resilience? Because resilience is not only about surviving, it is about transforming. It is about turning wounds into wisdom, obstacles into opportunities, pain into power. Every time you rise after being knocked down, you are rewriting your story. You are refusing to be defined by defeat. You are declaring to the world, I am more than my struggles. I am greater than my pain. I am unstoppable. And one day when people look at you, they won't just see the battles you fought. They will see the warrior you became. They will not see weakness. They will see resilience. They will not see defeat. They will see victory. So let this be your declaration today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. I will not give up. I will not break. I will not surrender. I am resilient. I am unshakable. I am unstoppable. I am extremely resilient. Carry these words with you, not just in your mind, but in your soul. Let them guide you through the darkest nights and the hardest battles. Because no matter what happens, no matter how many storms come your way, no matter how many times life tries to break you, you will rise. And when you rise, the world will know you are resilience itself. You are the living proof that nothing can defeat a spirit that refuses to quit. So walk forward with courage, live boldly, and never forget you are extremely resilient.